It's Saturday, and that means it's Slayer's time again. Hooray!
Hooray!
I'm so
Battletoads.
excited I
Wait,
can
no, that's
hardly
the other
contain it.
I'm waving my arms over my head like Kermit the Frog.
Thank you.
I wave them harder.
Wonderful.
I know what'll make him wave him harder. It's time for Pigs in Space!
That would be a really awkward crossover event, but
Yes.
Slayers in Space, otherwise known as what was that?
Lost Universe.
Exactly.
And with the tridecaphobic Dr. Strangefork. But yes, yeah, sorry for the brief delay for our live watchers, the people watching us live. Yeah, for some reason my video settings in the recording setup in OBS changed to screen region 324 by 842 or something like that, which confused the living hell out of me. I don't know how it happened. I was looking like, why is nothing? Dude, what the? Okay, but fixed now, all good. Okay, so when we last left off, if I remember correctly,
I just punched a demon to death.
you did, in fact, yes. Our heroes were ambushed in the night by some trolls and skeletons, and
Engrim wasn't there.
Ingram was not there. She had wandered off to investigate the noises and discovered a wolf beast man.
Traveler with a similar situation.
Yes, who ended up having a very similar situation. He mentioned that he was in the area looking for an abandoned, an ancient, I should say, mausoleum / catacombs, in which he was hoping to find information on an ancient book called the Book of Days, which is apparently some sort of human attempt by humans to recreate the Clare Bible, which is a big legendary artifact in the Slayers universe. And our protagonist decided to tag along.
You just can't call me a hero, can you?
No, I can't actually, Word. Not yet, at least.
Well, it's fine. I'm not. I'm just saying.
At any rate, so they worked their way into the mausoleum and basically fought a bunch of undead, some berserkers, and a demon. The mighty brass demon, Iron Demon, Graxus. It wasn't a brass demon; that'd have been a much harder fight.
Yeah, the brass demons are kind of eh.
Kind of badass.
No, they're not Mazuku level, but they're pretty badass. Yeah. And they defeated Graxus and his minions. Graxus got punched into oblivion by
Our Warrior of Justice, Zarkov.
By Zarkov. Yes. And that's where we are right now. So let me switch over to the... there we go.
That whole thing was a little bit more tedious than I thought it was going to be, but at least it's done. As Jaxie's
That's where it's supposed to be.
As Jaxie's just sort of meanders about to the doors to check them.
While Jaxie is poking with doors, Engrim is going to examine the room that the demon was hanging around in.
Well, as I said, there's several sarcophagi in the room. It's sort of a big burial chamber, with a gigantic dais with a actually what looks like a giant throne behind a large ornate sarcophagus.
I want to search that. It seems interesting. There might be something there.
It's a gigantic stone throne, and there's a sarcophagus in front of it. With lots of ornate details. Looks like it's a burying chamber. It looks like it's a sarcophagus of someone important.
Can I read any inscriptions about it?
There's nothing inscribed on it. There's just, there are inscriptions on it, but there aren't any words on it. It's, patterns and sort of floral stuff and, like...
Is there an Egyptian hieroglyph of interpretive dance?
No.
Why would...
Hey,
The better question is, why wouldn't there be?
Lena built a pyramid in less than a minute, okay? You can't question me.
Yeah, but that's Lena.
She was also using it to get away from her bigger sister, so she was motivated.
At any rate, yes. Is there anything you want to do in particular with the sarcophagus, or are you just looking at it?
Yeah, I'll push it open.
Okay. That's fine.
Wait.
With flagrant disregard.
Okay. Before that happens, Jackson, you're looking at that door there?
Yeah.
That door seems to be locked.
And trapped?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like Jaxie will start disarming the trap as
you hear the sound of stone grinding on stone, then a clatter noise of something big, heavy, and stone falling to the ground.
Jaxie winces
Not my fault this
notably
time.
and drops his pick from looks over to Ingram. Just, what are you doing?
She has pushed open a sarcophagus.
It's like, why would you just push open a sarcophagus like that, just for no reason?
I'm looking.
That doesn't answer that question.
There is a skeleton in there. There is a skeleton in there, not the animate kind, but just a skeleton. Where that seems to be encased in very ornate, very old, somewhat rusting, at this point, somewhat oxidizing and rusting armor. Hands clasped over a sword across his chest, and a heavily tarnished and patinaed crown on his skull-like head.
I take the crown.
Okay.
So what? We're just gonna be robbing the dead now?
Yeah, why are you just taking that stuff? What is the importance of it?
Ingram is just going to kind of turn it over in her hands, examining it from every angle.
Are you going to actually answer a question, or
Ingram is focused at the moment.
that I'm going to examine the object as question and oh no.
It looks like a really old crown.
They're not using it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that just taking it
You don't
is...
just go around robbing graves. That's just you.
I have a different kind of check to make. 23 appraisal.
It's old. It's definitively very old and very patinaed gold. Looks like there's some fairly precious gems on it. It's probably worth a truckload.
Ingram will put it on.
Well,
You're going to put on the crown.
This can only end in tears.
she confirmed it.
I'm basically...
She confirmed it.
What? I was
Word,
gonna say,
I need you to give me a willpower save.
I kind of had a feeling that was going to come up.
I was gonna like. As
She confirmed it. It's too late, Skitch.
I was.
It's too late, Skitch.
Why are you saying it's too late?
Because she confirmed it after he asked her if she was sure.
Okay,
Hell, 14.
Jeff,
I roll bad.
Does this mean I'm gonna have to punch Ingram?
If you do, please
Leonard's
do
like,
so
oh, does this mean
non-magically.
does this mean we have to fight her?
yeah, because what I was going to try to do is try to.
There's a 90% chance.
The depressing thing is I hadn't written up notes about what to happen in this situation. Because I honestly didn't expect anyone to be damn fool enough to put on the crown.
I was gonna say my attempt was that even though she confirmed it, I was going to try to do something to. I was going to try to do something to knock the crown out of her hand before it got in her head. Since I was.
I'm just going to say this right now. I know this is an idiotic thing to do. I am playing my character.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well. Okay. What the rest of you notice is that Ingram sort of stands there, is staring, you sort of get with a 1,000-yard stare on her face for a good minute or so, and then seems to come back to normal.
So, what was that all about?
Probably not anything good.
Engram, you feel fine.
Isn't this thing pretty?
You should probably take that thing off.
You don't want to take it off, Ward.
Getting dead
I
guy
wasn't
stuff
going to
in your
take it
hair.
You should probably take it off and put it back where it came from, because until we
Why?
determine,
They're not using it.
yeah,
I can totally see skin in your hair.
yeah, and they also happen to be dead while wearing it.
You might want to at least clean it first. Typey.
Yeah, like
Okay, I'm trying to work out the private communication system in MapTool, and it's working.
Jax just sort of rubs the
Okay,
Bridge
that works.
of-
Beautiful.
Yeah.
rubs between his eyes for a moment. It just says, "Look, given the nature of this place and what we've been fighting, I don't trust any relics that we find in here to be safe until we've determined what their exact nature is. So it'd be in the best interest of everyone if you put that thing back where you got it from."
You got some.
But it looks nice.
That's
No, it really doesn't.
Aww.
At least I sort of reach out and I pick out a bit of tattered skin out of her hair.
There is that, yes.
Ingram will kind of brush her hair a little bit with her fingers, just kind of knock unwanted particles away. But she won't take it off.
Just gonna. Here, let me get this too, and yoink!
I think that might count as some sort of check.
It will in a second. I got to finish typing
Yeah.
something to Word here.
Yep. I don't know why you two are so worried. At the very worst, it's some sort of cursed artifact that we can't remove, and we'll have to kill her.
that is part of what makes me worry about this.
Why?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
Oh, he's not done yet. That's good.
Jax just moves over to the Crimson Shadow and just says, "Look," he just actually would say, "Look, I'm not interested in killing anyone that we're traveling with in anything."
Well, she seems normal.
So,
Well, I mean, as normal as in relation to herself.
that doesn't tell anything.
Exactly. Nothing's different.
No, that doesn't mean that.
Do you have any reason to believe that anything is different?
Yes, I do.
Like what? She's just wearing a crown.
I'm hoping
You know,
that people watching can actually read what we're typing to Word. That's all I'm going to say.
It's like Jax just sort of like throws his hands up in frustration. It's like,
Mecca, I have to say this. Am I aware of this? Or
All right.
rather, is Engram aware of this?
Is Engram aware of...
Of line B.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The Crimson Shadow was idly playing with his spiked chain as this is going on, just in case. He doesn't seem to be at all on edge, though.
He just rubs his hands like, "Is there anything that's going to get you to take that crown off until we at least get a chance to look it over and examine it some?"
Well, why don't you check out what he has? And I point at the corpse in the box.
I'll look at the corpse in the box.
As I said, there's a skeleton wearing tarnished armor holding a big sword.
Is it a good-looking big sword?
Oh, yeah. The man in the box looks like a king.
Oh.
Okay, there's a small knife and clothing for my action figure.
Small
What's your point?
knife.
Jaxie's going to look at it and regard the armor build and then try to do either a knowledge, history, or lore master to try to determine who this person might be. Which would be a better check?
Lore master knowledge, definitively.
Oh, yeah. Damn it! Not a particularly great roll, but
Ooh.
Why don't you see if there's anything on the sword that might be enchanted, if you can.
and then he'll follow up by trying to determine if there's anything magical about the equipment in here. Is that spellcraft or knowledge arcana?
You're detecting
Believe
magic?
it's spellcraft.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
trying to
spellcraft.
detect. Yeah. Well, map tools. We need to get into map tools. Roll system is so hateful sometimes.
It is, yeah. Actually, Sketch, with that, even with that spellcraft roll, you can detect a faint magical aura emanating from both the sword. You can detect this magical aura both in both the sword and the crown.
Janky just looks.
Can you tell what type of magical aura?
Nope.
is on the sword?
Not with that roll.
Jaxie just sort of looks at Inger again. It's like, okay, out of all the
I'm
stuff,
going to get out my bag of holding.
Jaxie's
I'm
just
going to start putting it. I'm going to loop it so that the opening goes around the blade of the sword, and I'm going to kind of shuffle it inside.
Jaxie's gonna say it's like, look, there's only two things here that seem to have any sort of magical presence. That sword
Stuffing it into my bag.
and that, as he points to the crown at Ingram's head.
Can I get a quick spellcraft off at the sword before it goes into the bag?
It's going to take me a little
Actually,
while.
Word, right now you're kind of distracted by things.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That. So now, given where we are, I don't.
We're totally just robbing the dead now.
Now, given where we are, I'm
Might
less.
have been a bad person.
I'm less. Well,
You might have been a bad person.
if he might have been a bad person,
We're
that,
demons here.
My bag's going to turn evil.
if he might have been a bad person, that makes the crown even more. That gives us even more reason to not wear the crown.
What? Just because someone's evil doesn't mean their clothes are evil.
But that thing is magical.
So,
I'm
Wait a minute.
magical.
Yes,
Yeah, it does.
it's magical as an item. Magic items that have strong auras are usually things to be concerned about unless we know what they actually do. I mean, and Jaxie looks over to Varkas. It's like, Varkas, could you help out here, please?
you mean Zarkov?
No,
No,
Varkas.
Varkas. I'll get to that in a second. I'm looking.
shaman guy.
I'll help out with that in a second. I need to look something up.
Oh, right. Oh, the wolf, yes.
Yes, I'm actually. The problem is I'm in the process of looking something up mechanically
Yeah.
because
Well, I do agree.
I wasn't planning for any of this. God damn it!
Well, I agree that it is important to know what magical things do, because if you can identify them, you can know exactly what price to get for them. But, if you don't know, then you just know that if something's magical, then it's probably worth more than it would be otherwise. So, we'll go to an expert and get everything identified later.
Yes, but
All right.
until then, using them, i.e., wearing them, e.g., what she is doing right now, is a
All right.
bad
It's not,
idea.
it's not like she got set on fire when she put it on. What's wrong?
All right, so Zarkov actually at this point is done healing himself because he's been
Regenerating.
because he's been trying to heal himself because he got badly beat up. And he says,
You mean
"Yes, Varkas. Yes." He's like, "Well, yeah.
Varkas,
I mean,
okay.
yeah. Using potentially powerful magical artifacts willy nilly is never a good idea." As he sort of voice trails off, as you actually at this point, as you've been all of us are arguing, you notice that Ingram's been sort of muttering under her breath and has been pointing at the casket. At which point, the figure in the casket stands up.
And Jackson just says, "See,
I'm going to push the sarcophagus closed on top of the zombie guy.
The lid's on the
lid's on the floor.
I'm going to try to do it anyway.
With your 8 strength.
Yes.
Jackson's gonna say, Zarkov, get that crown off of her now."
I punched the crown.
Okay, let me put it this way. I'm instead going to shove the skeleton back in the sarcophagus and then try and cover him back up.
Okay. Zarkov, give me a.
And I have 10 strength for your information.
10 strength.
That's 2 more than last time.
Zarkov, Could you please give me a hit
Devastating
roll?
pillar removal strike.
Thank you.
Hold on, I need to actually. There we go.
Can I say that Engrim ducks, aka actively defends? Ah, crap.
Haha! I suck at this.
I think that still hits.
That still hits. Yeah.
Even
I
with
thought it was-
total defense, that hits.
If
I
he's
thought it was
actually
+4 in 3rd
He's
edition.
actually aiming for the crown. Isn't that a called shot?
Oh, it's a called shot. No, that'll miss. I forgot he's called shot.
Should I hero point that?
If you want to.
Sure, because it's funny.
Uh,
There
Oh,
we
that's
go.
gonna hit.
Yeah. All right, word. Ingram sort of ducks out of the way, but Zarkov's huge meaty fist swipes the crown off the top of your head.
give that back.
Swipe it,
By the
I
way,
punch
all
it.
the knowledge that was in your head, poof, gone.
Give that back.
No,
Oh,
you deal with that thing first. I point to the skeleton.
Which collapses back into the
What's wrong
skull.
with him?
It collapses back in. As an aside, word, your you now notice that your personality was changing slightly, and you're actually coming back to normal now.
You're not wearing that thing, especially not around here, until we figure out what the heck it is.
I'm
The
finished
important
putting.
question
I
is,
finished putting
how
the top.
badly did I damage the crown when I punched it?
And as a side note, since you just worried that happened, you probably wouldn't want to sell it to someone anyways because, bad stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I'll
finish
go
closing
to the
the
crown
sarcophagus.
and
I'm
I
gonna
step
finish-
on it.
I'm gonna finish closing the sarcophagus back.
You step on the crown.
Yes. I stomp.
I'm.
Your
I
foot
know
is
that-
now evil.
No.
I was going to say that Engrim is going to do what she can to shove him off and keep the crown from getting smashed.
Magical artifacts are difficult to destroy.
But I don't know that.
I'm reassuring word.
Oh, I know. I know that part.
This is the Jack
Well,
season.
I will say this, Zarkov, you step on the crown, and your foot doesn't seem to be bending it or misshapping it or doing anything in any sort of way. And then Engrim sort of shoves you aside.
I was gonna say the thing about Jaxie being accused that this is really hard for people to take his opinion seriously when it comes to not doing stuff.
Oh, I was taking your opinion seriously. I was just ignoring it.
No, I mean that's still a justification. So, like Jaxie just kind of tries to go over and carefully pulls the let's see, do I have anything that's useful for this? Pulls over the crown towards him with one of his daggers and lifts it up, holding it at the end of his dagger carefully. And this time he's going to try to examine it more closely to try to understand what the heck it could be. Now he's seen what it was doing. I have an inference.
Give me another will save, by the way.
Okay.
I have an inference as to what I think the crown does, but
25.
All right, you are no longer compelled to actually to take the crown. If you wish to, you may. It's entirely up to you. But you're no longer compelled by it.
Jaxie sort of
I
holds it.
still want to.
Jaxie sort of holds the crown and sort of checks it with fingers. And given what he's seen, his inference is that the crown is connected to the king that's inside there, and whoever wears it, one, shares knowledge from the entity, and two, will do whatever they can to bring him back in order to work underneath him.
No, I just pointed at him because he was the closest one.
No, no, that's not. He's not saying that out loud. I'm talking about his internal thought process to try to identify the property of this thing.
I missed the part where you said it was a soliloquy.
Yeah, it's again. I'm not.
It's sketch thinking out loud.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is a precursor to me doing any sort of check about the crown, which would be either spellcraft, I guess. Again,
Well, spellcraft to identify the magic on it, sure. If you're trying to figure out history about it, definitely had to be a lore master check, though.
right? Well, that's a better spellcraft check, at
It
least.
is. It is very powerfully magical and very definitively cursed. Both of which are pretty obvious. There's definitely a lot of necromantic magic about it. Also, sort of ties to There's definite sort of elements of black magic in it.
Yep. Lord Master Jack doesn't help that much either, but Jaxie just sort of nods knowingly to himself and then declares, Ingram? Or no, not Ingram. Whatever it is. Ellis, like, you gotta put that on your tokens or because I can't remember names. Ellis, at least you are not going to wear this anytime soon. And I would recommend against doing anything like, I don't know, selling it.
Is Jaxie currently holding it?
I'm holding it, and there's, yeah.
Okay, Jaxie picked it up. Okay.
Engram's just going to snatch it out of his hands as he says this.
No, I'm holding on to it, and there's a knife against it because I was holding it with my dagger as I'm feeling with my hand.
So he's still going to reach for it.
Yeah, Jaxie pulls away from you as you try to reach for it. Are you even paying attention to what you're doing and what this thing is?
Hey, if you want to wear the
quite aware
crown,
of what it is.
if you're gonna wear the crown, at least wait until we're away from all the zombies I'm gonna have to
I
fight.
wasn't going to put it back on. I just want it.
I know you'll get it later on when we're not anywhere near here. I can't trust you that you're not going to put it back on again. You put it on before I had a chance to even take a good look at it.
You are beginning to try my patience with hogging all of the magical thingies.
Yeah, and you put it on before you
He's
had
hogging one magical thingy.
Yeah, and then this is going to make 2.
Yeah, and that's because in this case, this is a cursed item. And the first thing you did was put it on.
Yes, and I'm going to work around that.
What?
She's just going to kind of put her hand out, open palmed, waiting for Jaxie to put it in her hand.
Jaxie does it.
Leonard's gonna walk over towards Vargas. Do you know how to identify magical items? Maybe.
I know a little. I'm
gonna kind of shake my bag of holding out a little bit so that I can get the sword partially out. I'm gonna say, can you figure out what this is? Maybe.
Whatever it is, whatever.
Can I hear this? Because I actually have the
Whispering.
identify spare.
give me a listen check, I guess, Lord. But what is his spellcraft? It's pretty good.
How do I? Is this an opposed check? Do I make a move silently to whisper?
No. Just tell him to give me a listen check. I've got a DC in mind.
Alright. Nope.
Yeah, I'm terrible at
You
that.
hear nothing. Okay.
Also, I'll be back. I need to tend to something.
Alright.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, he's pretty sure he knows what it does. It's a fairly powerful sword. It's a fairly powerful magical sword with a very heavily enchanted to help guide the wielder's at both accuracy and power of his blows, and it maintains a near perfect sharp edge.
Is it
Saying
cursed?
it's a long sword of a keen longsword.
Maybe.
But is it cursed?
Not that I can tell.
All right. Goodness.
If only any of us used swords.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, what? There's a reason I felt perfectly safe including this.
It's like
None of you use the damn things.
yeah.
I'm back. So it's a sword of plus whatever. We don't care.
It's a sword. It's a keen sword of plus whatever. We don't care.
Technically speaking, I might actually get some use out of it for things that my chain doesn't work too well on.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, something that's
Yeah.
good
Like,
against.
oh, I can't make the zombie bleed out. Well, shing.
You can't crit them either, so the keen part doesn't help. But
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Well,
Jaxie-
zombies resist pierce, not slashing.
this is a valid point.
So maybe it is just useless to me. All right.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Jaxie's like, look, we got other things we have to search out for it. We're going to search out for
There's
this
still
place.
evil here to smite.
I'm going to go back to trying to disable this thing over here.
Okay, you can give me another check since a fairly lengthy period of time has passed.
That's a really good roll.
No, it's
That's
not.
a really crappy roll with a really good bonus.
Jaxie's really good at it. This thing seems to be designed to confound you, Sketch.
CJ47 in the chat. The sword talks to you. Keeps bringing up this red head from the past. Something about an annoying brother.
That was a full blade for one.
Let's see here.
This is a long sword.
I'll check. Like, okay, let's see.
Leonard suggested Zarkov open the door.
Let's check. Let's search
I
this
shall
door
open
here.
the door.
Well,
Yes.
All right, that door is locked but not trapped.
all right. I'm gonna at least break the lock in this door.
You can't fail to pick the lock.
Okay.
The door opens.
I unlock it. I don't open the door yet, and I go to the last one, search it.
It is both locked and trapped.
All right, attempt to disable the trap. Jeez.
The traps are virtually. It's very much like the previous door's traps.
Oh, this is. Well, all right. Jaxie sort of paces back, and just says to Zarkov, if you want to go to any of the doors, that one is safe.
I open that door.
All right, you open the door. Excellent. I have to defog this part here. That's not the right button. Oh, this... Duh. There we go. And I forgot to put one other thing. I forgot to draw something on the map here. Hold on.
We find the broom closet.
Shove Jaxie in there. Then just put the sarcophagus in front of it.
There is a little pedestal with a lever on it.
Well,
There's a big
Oh,
lever
there is
on
a
the
lever.
pedestal.
Are
There's
there
a
any
big...
buttons for me to push also?
Nope,
I'll
just-
do that too.
Just a big lever with one of those like sort of like grip release levers that you have to like pull the clamp in and then pull.
What? Wait, what? Wait, what are you looking
Click,
at?
switch.
All right, you hear gears grinding and things turning and clank, 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 clank. Boom! Skitch, actually, given where you're standing, you hear lots of clinking and clanking noises from the door you're standing next to.
This does not bode well.
And then the noises stop.
Did I disarm the trap?
I'm gonna check the door again.
It appears to be both unlocked and no longer trapped.
Huh. Jaxie steps away from the door and just says, Zarka, try this door now.
Open the door.
I have to do one thing here. Again. Before I get to that, I need to do one other thing here. Hold on. That's... Why is that not working? Oh, that's why. Damn it.
hey, Clyde, how are you?
There we go. I'll explain what that is in what you'll see in a second. That door. So Zarkov, you open the door. The door swings open.
Turns
Nothing.
out the traps were in order to keep things inside the room.
Actually, hang on.
Oink.
All right, so you're going down there. All right, so let me further reveal stuff here. So what you see ahead of you is a long passageway. That's to denote a break in distance. It's much longer than this.
Gotcha.
Okay. There's two black squiggles of evil in the way.
Yeah.
Zarkov cannot pass through, but Ingram can move through just fine.
All right, and I'm guessing this leads me down to the other.
Yeah, let me undo the thing here. I'm just gonna defogify the rest of this bit here.
Oh, okay.
So we took the hard way.
Sorta.
It was the righteous way, though.
Yes, you went to a room filled with skeletons. Oh no.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so is everybody going down the passageway? Is what I'm asking first before Eric, you go moving down the passageway all the way.
Yes.
Here, stop that. All right, what order are you go walking down the hallway in? I need to actually know this.
Engram's at the back,
Okay.
eyeing Jaxie with venom.
Sarkov's is at the front, excited to fight evil.
Okay,
Jaxie stays relatively close to Zarkov.
good. All right, so you're walking down the passageway. It's a long passageway. Occasionally it twists and turns and stuff happens, but what I need from everybody at this point, specifically first I need from Zarkov and Jaxie, are spot checks.
What about me?
Where are you?
Nope.
Are you up in the front also? Oh, you are. Okay, then
In
you
front of Jaxie.
then you give me one too.
This crowd is making me hard to focus on stuff.
Yeah, you say so.
I am observant.
Well, if I didn't see anything, we're screwed.
All right. Well, Leonard, you notice it that one of these square tiles that on the floor is slightly different color, slightly raised compared to the other ones. Just as Zarkov steps on it,
Well, that.
and you hear an audible. Basically, you have long enough to sort of say, "Wait a moment," before he actually steps on it, and you hear an audible clicking noise. I need a reflex save from you three up front.
Okay.
Not the three in back, given the distances.
You gotta be kidding me.
Reflex, really?
Reflex, yep.
Oh, damn it.
I'm sorry, Sketch.
Well, that should be good.
What's with these bad rolls?
Don't know.
It's the curse I put on you for taking my crown.
Is that your crown?
It is too my crown. I
All right,
picked it first.
Zarkov and
Leonard.
quickly hop forward out of the pit that Jaxie falls into. As the thing opens up underneath him, he sort of stands there for a second, looks down, and falls.
This little cloud of smoke where he was.
How much
He holds
damage?
up a sign that says "uh-oh" on it.
How much damage do I take when I?
You take cosmetic damage. It's not actually.
Okay.
This is not the. You take a point of damage, basically.
I can pull you out of there for the price of one crown.
No,
Are you okay?
Well, then I
I'm
guess
a-
you can stay there.
I'm fine. I'm fine, champ. Ugh.
You need me to get you out?
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm gonna actually look around down here to see what else is in the area at the bottom of this pit.
Well, there's a button down there labeled "Don't Push."
Interesting.
So, I'm gonna jump down so I can throw Jaxie back up.
So you can
I
push
will
the
in
button.
fact throw him also.
You'll jump down to throw me up and then push the button.
And then push the button.
No, you throw Jaxie out. There's a button in the pit labeled "Don't Push."
Oh,
Ingram
you
steps
really
away from
shouldn't
the
label
bed.
it "Don't Push." That just makes me want to go click.
Like Jaxie just lands the on the other side of the pit with Leonard and
Yeah. Okay, you push the button labeled "Don't Push." All right. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome. You knew it was gonna happen.
I did. I did
As
actually.
this is going on, Leonard says, "Why did you jump down in the pit to throw him out? I could have just lowered a rope."
All right, so
don't
two things-
like Jaxie just replies, don't question
I would
it.
just like to say that Ingram steps away from the pit.
All right, three things happen. The first thing that happens is that the pit closes over the top of Zarkov. Two.
Ingram,
Again.
No, I'm not done yet. Two, Zarkov, you notice that there's light down here in the pit.
Okay.
Little lights sort of flare up, so you've got enough light to see by. And a doorway opens next to the button. Three, the rest of you hear a sort of a horrible grinding noise, a thump, and then sort of a, you know that sound that the boulder in Indiana Jones in Raiders Lost Ark make when it's rolling down the hallway? It's like that. It's getting closer to you,
From which direction?
Is it coming from?
ahead of you.
Okay.
cast dash on myself, Leonard, not Jaxie, and run.
All right, so you guys duck down. You guys duck down this hallway. This hallway here.
How far away are we from that corner?
You're not that far, actually. Actually, so you guys can sprint away from the. After a while, you eventually get that hallway and turn down it as the boulder goes rolling past you and slam into the wall behind you. I will need a. Everyone give me a fortitude check. Who's running?
Well, there we go. At least that's something.
8.
21.
All right, Leonard, you are horribly out of breath when you round the corner, but you make it.
Well, I was the only one who had to run after jumping, so.
You're like, okay, wait, there's.
People are going to get me killed.
And then you hear thud as the boulder ends up, Hang on a second here.
Ingram just kind of leans against her staff with one finger at her lips. That was a bit dangerous.
Just slightly. I'm gonna go back and see if Zarkov's okay.
So Zarkov, while this is all going on, you heard the noise of something rolling, like a boulder rolling above you up there.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
But there's an open doorway in front of you, and it's lit up by little lights going down. Little lights are going up down the hallway.
Go down the hallway.
By the time he leaves, probably Jaxie gets back and just sort of knocks on the floor where Zarkov was under.
So you've been walking.
I try to find the tile that was raised and discolored.
Okay, you can find that. But let me get Zarkov. You actually walk down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I split the party.
Just as a general note, Ingram's going to examine the boulder to see if there's anything interesting about it.
It's a boulder. It's big and rock-like, and it's somewhat cracked as it hit the wall.
She examines everything.
The boulder does not appreciate being peered at so close.
Ingram stares harder. Eventually, she'll head back down the hallway.
Big hippo miss boulder.
Okay, well, all right, so, Leonard, you actually do find the tile. After a little bit of looking, it's not that hard.
Okay, can I press it without falling into the pit?
You think so.
I will attempt to do so.
You press it, the pit opens.
And I fall back down in.
Zarkov, you hear a grinding noise as the door behind you closes. The lights go out.
Jaxie falls down into the pit
and
again.
I punch the door.
You start walking back. Okay, Jaxie, you're now in the pit. There's a button labeled "Do not push" there.
All right, Jaxie's gonna look up to Leonard and say, "We probably need to shall be down here before I press this button."
Mm-hmm. I start to lower myself down.
Because
Vargas sort of goes, and hops down. Climbs down.
Yeah, because Jaxie's so sorry. Based on that sound, as he points over to the sound, the pounding. That's where the champ went.
Ingram, are you coming down to the pit?
Ingram doesn't want to, but I, the player,
If
don't
she
want to
hesitates, I'm just going to
once
press the
again.
button before she gets down.
Ingram will join just because if Jaxie gets killed, then she's not going to get her crown unless she goes down anyway.
Okay, so you're down in the pit. You push the button, Jaxie?
Yes.
Okay. Closes. Door opens in front of you.
Second boulder crushes.
No, you're actually not here.
Stumbles out. Hey, I was almost through.
You actually hear what sounds like a clap of thunder up above you, actually.
Uh-huh.
She just keeps getting better.
Okay.
But yes,
so
there's now light down near the pit, and there's a hallway ahead of you that is lit up with little sort of ghost lights along the wall.
All right. Well, back to what I was doing before. Back down the hall.
As
Right.
a general reminder, Ingram still has her lighting spell active and hovering around her.
That's fine. So you should reform what order you're walking in now.
Still in the back.
Still up front.
I think we were like this before.
Yeah, well, I was like, staying near Zarkov.
Okay, so you're walking down the passageway again. And you see ahead of you. It comes to basically a dead end. With there are 2 levers there that are labeled.
One is pull, one is do not pull.
No, better. One is throw the other lever. The other one says don't pull.
Actually, that's not exactly what it says, but it's pretty close. There's a lever, there's a sign above the left lever with an arrow pointing right, and a sign with an arrow pointing right, and there's a little sign above the lever on the right with a little X on it.
I was kind of hoping it was going to say this lever always lies, and the other one says that lever always tells the truth.
But yes, one has an arrow pointing to the lever on the left has an arrow pointing right, and the lever on the right has an X over it.
All right, I close my hands over both levers.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. Champ, before you pull those levers.
Engram walks away.
Okay. Given what we've seen so far, either something good is going to happen, nothing's going to happen, or something terrible is going to happen.
That's always what happens when you pull a lever.
Peter,
Yes.
the tile on the floor.
Yeah.
Considering I had to go and find it again and deliberately press it, do I know if there was any detail on it other than it being discolored?
It looks like there was some sort of detail on it at one point, but it seems to have
Faded.
sort of faded over
Okay.
time. Yes.
I say we push the one with the X over it, or pull the one with the X over it.
What do you think that?
Well, every other thing that's gotten us this far, we weren't supposed to push or pull it.
Thunk.
That is true.
He says that's good enough for Zarkov.
So you pull the lever with the X over it.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to restate that Engram stepped away.
All right. So I need to. So assuming that the wall is directly in front of the levers are the 2 squares directly in front of Zarkov.
Yes.
Where is everybody standing when he pulls the lever? I want.
I'm basically kind of close to Zarkov.
I was close enough to give that advice. So
I'm
I'm
close just
15
because
feet away.
I'm close enough because
And
it's
you're 15
Zarkov.
feet away. Okay. And Varkas is same roughly there also.
Marcus is looking on and wondering how you are all idiots.
So you pull the one with the X.
Yes. I stated my logic. I didn't say it was right.
It's it could have been a coin flip. It could have
All
been a coin
right.
flip.
Okay. So Engram.
I'm just imagining the look on Peter's face. It's priceless.
Engram, you and Zarkov notice that a wall shoots up from the ground behind you, and then you hear grinding noises from the
noises?
walls to either side of you.
As in,
Actually,
Yeah.
you're all going to be a lot thinner real soon now.
Wrong choice, champ.
Maybe you should try pulling the other
Put
lever.
it back, and I pull the other one.
All right. The
Walls crush faster.
No, the walls stop crushing. Now you're hearing grinding noises from the ceiling.
okay. I'm going to see if there's some
that
other
work?
mechanism real quick. Let's see here. Oh, geez.
I'm going to search as well.
Well, yeah.
Fuck.
Also, Jaxie's the one who has a thief level, so he actually has unlocked the ability to spot. He's got trap finding, so.
Find traps. I can find interesting looking things.
Yes.
Aha!
Jax.
If I pull them both, they should jam on each other.
No. Well, maybe.
That actually makes
Actually,
sense.
kind of makes sense.
Oh. I'm trying to.
Jaxie, as you investigate it, as Zarkov shouts that, you realize, dear God, he's right.
Yeah, like Jaxie just sort of says, "Do it."
I pull them both.
All right, you hear grinding happen, and it stops, and a doorway opens in front of you. Sorry, a doorway.
Leonard kind of looks over
Basically,
the door.
the wall behind Levers sort of slides up.
Leonard says, "Why was he the one to think of that?"
Because that was his first plan.
It actually was his first line. I was like, oh my god, Eric actually has figured this has this correct on the first try without actually thinking about it. It's like, pull both levers. I'll be damned. It's the correct answer.
Yep,
Leonard says, "Technically, I was right about pulling the right one."
yeah. You would have been also technically right about pulling the left one either.
Funny how that works.
I'm getting very confused by the design of these traps and passageways.
Mecca, remind me, did we find any indication of what this is a mausoleum to?
Well, it was a mausoleum. You just knew it was an old mausoleum for somebody important. You were unable to discern who it was when you came in here.
It was a mausoleum of a crown owner.
Yes, it was. And you guys can, if you get a chance to access some more books and stuff at some place, like get you somewhere with history texts and such, I'll give both you and Skitch more new lore master rolls on it.
Okay.
But for the time being, you have no freaking clue. All right, so you walk down the hallway again for a while. Actually, bypass that one. Oh, wow. All right.
And we're at the boss.
No, but you are coming... You actually come to a bit where the floor starts sloping upwards. And eventually comes to a stop where you see a ladder going up to the ceiling.
It's going to end us up over here, isn't it?
Where?
Scroll out.
No.
It leads to the useless room.
So, there's basically, you come to a dead end with a ladder. Going up
I'll
to...
go up the ladder.
There's a ceiling. Bonk.
Well,
The
obviously
ladder-
I punched the ceiling.
Okay, you punch rock. Thunk.
I will attempt
Does
to
the
see
ladder
if I
descend?
spot another tile.
Yep. I'll try to help out.
Do I see another discolored tile?
You do not see another discolored tile.
Do I?
Nope. Jaxie, however, again, thanks to his thief level, it's the way things work. Word, I'm sorry.
He has been trained to recognize such things.
He has the trap finding ability. You don't.
Dumb rule.
No, it's not inherently
It
a
is
dumb
not.
rule. It represents the fact that he is trained to spot things like this. You aren't. You're a lore master and a witch, not someone who's trained in looking for mechanical mechanisms.
Anyways, what do I notice?
All right, what you notice. Now, I agree that the fact that being a thief is the only way to get it is silly. That's a different kettle of fish. But
You have to take
That's
a
more or
special,
less my complaint.
that's fine.
certain classes can take a special feat for it, and it's like they took a humanities class in wizard school.
All right, Jaxie, what you notice is that one of the rungs of the ladder looks a little bit different than the other ones, and it looks like you could pull. It looks like it's sort of a handle almost more than anything else.
Huh.
Like you think if you could pull it out and it would become like a lever or a handle type thing.
Well, Jaxie will do as such.
All right, you basically you're click 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 click, and then you can basically becomes like it's like one of those ladders that are sort of embedded into the look like they're sort of embedded into a wall. So it's like it's an individual sort of U-shaped rung, but it pulls out and looks like a handle you can turn downwards.
Zarkov, you might not want to be on the ladder.
Yep.
I'll drop down.
Okay, you got off the ladder.
All right.
Jaxie, you're gonna try to throw the lever.
Yes, let's try it.
It is fairly stiff and heavy. You might want to have some help.
Champ.
Yoink!
All right, the two of you are able to push the thing down. Because as you push it, you hear grinding above as each sort of thing you push it slowly slides a trapdoor above you out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can climb up out.
All right.
And I will tell you this: the nothing on the there is actually trapped on the way up there.
Yay!
And you lot, wrong, are now down here. There's a door.
Oh, finally. Well, since we've...
It looks like a normal, honest door.
I don't trust it.
It's locked. Does not appear to be trapped.
All right, I'll unlock the door.
Oh, no problem. The lock is easy.
All right, and then Jaxie will do his normal. Step aside.
I shall open the door.
All right. As you open the door, you open it. It doesn't. The hinges where you look at the hinges and don't really work the way you think they did. But they aren't actually hinges. They are fake hinges. As the door falls inwards, pulling you with it.
Well,
Now I'm flat on my face.
Yes, you are. Also, something else is happening at the same time. You notice that the door is being pulled along the floor with you holding onto it, Eric. So
the door is open.
The door is open, and you're sort of sliding about there before you think to let go. Assuming you decide to let go and not slam into the wall on the other side of the room. That's up to you, though.
No, I'll let go because now there are things to punch.
All right, we can remove you from the initiative. Yeah, so you hear noises.
I'll return it.
Make sure that these are.
All right, I guess we need to roll initiative now.
Yep, you need to roll initiative.
Here's my negative.
All right, initiative for you. Wow,
Initiative.
impressive.
Actually,
Non-existent.
Wow, that was quick.
12.
Did I roll the right thing? No, I did. I set that the wrong number. Okay. Initiative. Set initiative. Oh, whoops. That's why I'm doing it wrong. Trolls. Trolls are very slow. The trolls are somewhat perplexed by the fact that what's happened has happened. The other thing you do note, Eric,
Yo.
there is a brazier thing in the middle of the room, surrounded by a big blue magical circle. And you are up first, Zarkov.
Okay.
You are currently prone.
I will get up, which prevents me from charging, I suppose.
It does.
You might actually want to fall back for the time being.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to make a dramatic entrance.
Why do you get to move that
I'll
much?
actually get up. Wait 1 minute.
Eric,
go back.
Eric, you moved too far. You can only move 30 feet.
Okay.
I like his reasoning enough that I would give it to him because it makes me laugh.
Oh, there you go. Yes, you can move to there. All right.
Turn on the gauntlets.
Okay, you turn on the gauntlets.
Oh, wait, +1. Aha!
Right, so you move in, and as I said, you see 3 trolls and 3 berserkers.
All right. Well, I'll just. I'd like to hold my action here, and to just prepare an attack for the first one that comes towards me.
All right, that's cool. So for the first thing that moves into your attack range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Berserker.
My love for you is like big truck.
Attack.
Yep, that's your ready action.
First off, I will try to trip him. So touch attack, 15. That should definitely hit.
That would hit his non-touch AC.
Right, so my trip roll, not too good, but good enough.
I think that's the first time it's ever actually worked when you roll bad on it.
Well, I've got these guys have had pretty good luck against because their bonus to trips is not very good. So I get a free attack because of my feet. So that hits.
Yes, it does.
So 5 damage and 1 Constitution damage, and he's prone.
Yep. Well, things are about to get bad for him anyway. So Berserker 6. because he'll use the rest of his action. The rest of his action to stand back up.
Hilarious.
What is that?
The things you just linked are hilarious.
Oh,
So that you did 5 damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And 1 con.
He stands up, which provokes.
Yep. All right. That hits. Trip attempt. 13. Well, he's got a 50% chance this time. Ah! Free attack. I hit. 4 more damage and 1 more con.
Okay, so that drops into that, and
Stay down.
I remembered how many hit dice they have this time.
That's good. Okay, now, well, I get to actually get an attack of opportunity in on him.
Do you get more than 1 per round?
I have combat expertise, reflexes.
Okay, then you do.
Yep.
When
That's
he
what I
moves
get,
from there to there.
All right, I actually get 1 more after this. Touch attack. Oh, that's not a high enough bonus. Hang on. There it is. All right,
That'll
and
hit.
my trip attempt. Well, this one might not work. Okay, so he gets to make it again against my defensive check. All right. Yeah.
You always do so well on the counter trip.
Well, my bonus on it is for one thing twice as good.
So he'll move to there. Basically, he's double moving past you.
I only get the 1 attack against him because I only get 1 attack of opportunity.
Sorry.
He's not going to get close enough.
Rawr. Varkas. Oh, I forgot to roll for Varkas. I'm just gonna put him at the end of the round, for simplicity's sake.
Oh crap! I need to have the PDF open. I was looking at my taskbar. I saw a PDF, and I'm like, wait, no, that's 13th age, not Slayers.
all right. I'm going to.
On the plus side, any fatigue you guys might have, non-lethal damage will be gone by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna try. Okay. I lose what? Oh shoot! I lose 5 from the attempt if I don't do it as a full round action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, you get +5 for naming it, which is, and then another +5 for doing full round.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to do dash without doing the full round action. So the DC hasn't been increased by 5 by doing this for dash. I succeed. I rolled a 21 versus 20.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I take a 7. I take a
7 drain.
7 drain, and everyone around me has the dash benefit.
Nice. All right, and Jaxie is done. Engram.
And Engrim also gets the benefit of it.
And Vargas.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Let's see here.
It'll only affect allies in the area, correct?
It's I choose up to 6 creatures. So
I figure.
So
I
all
just want to check. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you are not including the berserker there.
no, the berserker unfortunately is not part of the dash party.
Oh, but he really wanted to be.
No.
So does that get all 4
You're
of
not
us?
invited, Berserker.
Yes,
Go home.
yes.
Engrim is going to move here and use her talisman.
Okay.
And that'll be it for her.
Neutral here.
Oh, he's half on the wall.
Oh, whoops, my bad. There. All right, and Varkas goes. Varkas has seen better days. He's healed himself, but he's only healed himself. He's not got himself back up to full. So he'll simply step back here. He's just going to flare arrow the berserker in front of him with naming. So that is +18. Oh wow, he failed. I'm gonna take double drain on this. He's gotta make his control check. Hang on. So he makes control check fine, no problem. Okay. It's hard for him to fail the control check. All right, so let's do the damage first. I'll deal with his drain in a second. 5d6. Oh, he's gonna roll the hit first. Range touch.
Well,
He misses with his flare arrow. And how much drain does he take? Oh. 18.
Everyone's going
I'll
to
help you through.
everyone's going to look over her shoulder and say, "You might want to just sit down for a while."
Oh, God. I mean, he got badly beat up last fight.
He's gotten clobbered ever since you introduced him.
The thing is, he's actually really fucking badass. I'm just rolling terribly for him.
I know, the luck is so against him. It's almost like I like to think that if Engram didn't show up, he just would have had the worst luck.
Well, we have a berserker in our backfield, actually right in the middle of us. So I guess I'm gonna have to eliminate him.
Okay.
Where whatchamacallit did, right?
You're dashed, yes.
Dashed, yes.
Yes.
That was only a 5-foot step, right?
Yeah.
You can full attack then.
Yes. Not that it really matters.
Well, it gives you 2 attacks.
I've only got one attack both either way.
You get 2
No,
attacks on a
two
full attack. 2 with that. With dash, you get 2 on a full attack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta do an extra full attack if it's a full round action attack. So
Okay, yeah, that's a 5-foot step, and I'll punch the crap out of him.
Okay.
yes, you will.
He's only got an AC of 13, so you.
Yeah, I'm going full.
Power attack.
Yeah.
Don't roll ones.
That hits.
And the other one. So
Also
that's a
hits.
minimum of 34 damage.
All right. That drops him.
Okay.
If the minimum's 34, that drops him. He's currently at 30 hit points.
Okay.
I
Oh,
didn't
right,
damage
because they got
that
hit
guy.
before.
I didn't damage that one.
Yeah, you did. Oh, no, you didn't damage one. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, then I
That's
need-
the wrong one. This is Berserker... Oh, 3. Okay. So roll damage, Eric. He's typing. 19 plus...
All right.
19.
19.
So 38. That doesn't drop him, but...
He's not in a good state.
No, you can tell him how many hit points he has, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 45 minus 38 is, 7. Okay, well, he's in bad shape. Leonard?
Okay. I'm going to do a full attack from right where I'm standing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start by attacking Berserker 3. So... Blah.
That hits him.
That hits him quite a bit.
2. And then I will do a second attack on him and then throw the third attack on the prone Berserker 6.
Okay.
So first roll is on Berserker 3.
They'll hit.
Hit. Second one is on Berserker 6. Hit. First one does 5 damage, so that drops him.
Yep.
And the one on Berserker 6 does 7 damage and 1 more Constitution drain.
So how much more? 6 more?
7
more.
on Berserker 6. And 1 con. So he's taking a total of 3 Constitution.
I got that noted. All right.
And that's my turn. Actually, I'd like to move here after doing that.
Okay. Berserker 6 will stand up. Provoking. That hits.
Ouch.
He-
Well, he theoretically...
well, that time. You can technically make it though. Oh.
He tried, but failed.
4 and a total of 4 Constitution damage now.
All right, so it's another 4 minus. It's minus another 10 effectively. As he has 6 hit dice. I think. Let me double check that.
That sounds right.
I think it's been 6 every time I've done these guys, but yeah, yep, it's 6.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 6 for them, and then 4 for the trolls, I think.
Yeah. Well, and so you trip back down. He will use convert his standard action to another move action. Try to stand up again.
Oh, God. I don't think I can actually attack him again.
No, you can't. But he's done.
Because yeah, you can't attack for opportunities to the same target twice, basically. I can attack him though.
Yep. As he steps into you.
Right.
You can
Touch
attack.
attack. I
opportunity with
succeed.
invert
Trip
twice.
attempt. Ah! Shit. Come on. Oh. Oh, he gets to make one against me. Ooh, he might actually get me on this. Oh, that was close.
Lucky.
That was really close.
Well, the worst he can do is make me drop my chain, but it would still suck.
He steps in and attacks you with his longsword.
Oh. He misses.
Yep. Jaxie.
Oh, joy. Yeah, so at this point, let's see here. Is anyone denied their dexterity bonus to AC?
Well, no.
Oh, wait,
He stood up.
He
He
stood
stood
up
up.
again.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. What I'll just do instead is 5-foot step.
I cannot believe that that Varkas missed.
And I'm going to flare arrow troll one. Now,
Sure.
that sounds like a valiant idea. Valiant. Let's see here. So where's flare arrow? I make the check. Fantastic. So I only take 5 drain, and it's a 16 versus troll one's touch AC.
That'll hit.
Then that's a staggering 11 damage on a 5d6.
Yeah.
Troll 1.
On troll one, yes. I'm like, damn it. Damage roll. All right, 12 drain currently, and that should be it.
Troll 1, not that impressed.
No, I'm not that impressed either.
Ingram, you're up.
I'm going to ready an action to throw a sleep spell once the trolls get close. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna wait.
You're
until
gonna,
after
you're
the
gonna
trolls
delay.
go.
Okay, you're delaying. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll probably go after the trolls.
Yes.
Technically, Leonard, you get an attack of opportunity on the troll there. Leonard? Nick?
Hang on.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
I just saw a picture from that's particularly humorous. As a side note, while we're waiting for Nick, it is Aaron Paul, who before he was on Breaking Bad was a contestant on The Price Is Right.
Yes, I've seen. Yes,
The facial reaction matchup is so good.
it is.
I'm back.
All right.
Have you also seen the one where he's in the Corn Pops commercial?
No, I didn't.
He just people have found that and they're like, I gotta have my fucking pops, man.
Aaron Paul, man, really pull out well. Anyways, go ahead, Nick.
You may take an attack of opportunity there if you'd like.
I will not attempt to trip the troll because, duh.
What? It'll go well.
Troll be tripping, man.
It's not like he's both large and monstrously strong.
Yeah, this is my second attack of opportunity.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right, so I'll attack. I hit. and deal 7 damage and 1 Constitution damage.
All right.
And then it's going to kill me.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Troll. 7 damage. It's troll number 2. So I gotta do math here. Oh, that's easy math. Duh. No. Wrong number there, Peter. You can write. There we go. All right. And then he attempts to thump with club.
Yep. Ow!
He successfully thumps with club.
You got me full damage too.
Yeah, that was max damage. Sorry.
Ooh, ghetto crit.
No, ghetto. It's 4th ed ghetto crit. You do not want these guys critting.
No. Well, at least it doesn't have chain attack stuff in mouth.
Best ability ever. He's attempting to move in
Last
on you.
attack of opportunity chance.
Yep.
A hit.
Yep. Roll damage.
5 and 1 con.
All right. Troll 3. Thump.
I get a bonus to AC because of dash, right?
Yeah, you get +2.
Yes.
That misses you then.
Then he misses.
Yep. He misses you. Because you are dashed. Yay! And this troll comes up and curses the freaking berserker that's in his way.
I was wondering
So
about
I just sort of backhand him out of the way.
I'll dash. Here's straight. I'll cast dash on you if you take out that berserker. No? Okay. I just thought it'd be a good idea.
Okay, Vargas realizes he's going to have to cast a spell because I balanced this around the fact that he had an NPC in the group.
it's me. I held until after the troll.
Oh, it's your turn, right? Yep, go. My bad. There we
All
go.
right. So, since you can 5 foot while still doing a full action,
Yep, you can.
and I will toss a sleep spell not right there because you can't do it with the measurement tool. Right here, so I can snare both trolls and a berserker.
Go for it.
All right.
In the meantime, I'm going to look up what Vargas is going to do in his turn.
Just double check. This is a white spell. That is not my character sheet. That is also not my character sheet. Here it is. Rank 25. White spell. Yes. Okay. Sleep. Yeah. I got it.
You do.
And half drained.
All right. Well,
That's not even taking my.
the odds the trolls
Vitality.
succeed in this are not good. Troll number 2
Yeah, and this is against.
fails.
No.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Troll 3 succeeds.
Because he's useful right now.
Yeah. Let's see. We're going to go with, I think, that one.
And Berserker 6.
That's asleep. And Berserker 6. Berserkers have better willpower, but they're not immune to the sleep spell. They're immune to a lot of stuff, but they're not immune to sleep. Willpower is... Oh, yeah. That's on his token. Duh.
You just have very angry dreams.
Which he's having right now.
Wrong one.
He sleeps upside down. And I like, yeah, like in the Three Stooges, he just stops, starts standing on his head and snoring.
All right. Well, Vargas sees that happen and goes, "Oh, I don't have to worry about that troll or that berserker." He will 5
Nope.
step to the side. He is going to do a full round and can't because he really, really doesn't want to fail another fort check on this. And what was the spell he's going to do again? God damn it! He's got another. Actually, he's got to find something that lets you do a fair bit of damage.
The scanner's hit explodey spell.
Yes, that scanners would be a great thing to do now.
Oh, and just as a reminder, sleep is 1 minute per level, so those two are out for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's going to be a while. So
Yep. They're basically out of the fight.
yeah, that's what he's going to do. Dug out. It's hard, but he can pull it off. All right, I'm going to declare that he has a hero point because I'm sick of him rolling this badly. So that's a 14. That's a 37.
Does the fact that the NPC rolled a hero point mean we get extra hero points?
No.
Oh.
I was gonna say, is he secretly a villain so we get hero points?
All right, and yeah, okay, he
If that were
passes
the case, then every time that Ingram rolled a hero point, we should all get hero points.
He makes his control check because he still failed, even with a 37.
Wow.
His DC 40. Because I forgot to turn his talisman on.
Okay, poor Farkas.
Yeah. He needs to do a lot of damage quickly, though, so he's... Alright, so the drain on a DC 40 spell is pretty substantial, if I remember correctly.
I think it's a 2d8.
Alright. Yeah, you're right, it is. Alright, so our 2d8... Not d28.
That'd kill him.
Not bad! He only takes 12
All
drain from
things
that.
considered. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Alright, now he actually gets to do damage. Which is not insubstantial. No, it's not that many. It's, there we go. Alright. Not bad.
That's above average. Or that's average, actually.
Yep, but I'll take it. At this point, he'll take it. Something didn't go badly. Oh, there's something else the troll has to roll for after being hit by this. Because a giant spike of earth comes shooting up out of the ground. Actually, he can actually do it to multiple targets, technically, I think. He might
do I
choose
have to spellcraft to see what he's doing?
He's casting Dug Hout.
I kind of figured that's what it was.
Giant spikes of earth are coming shooting up out of the ground.
It's like me, the player, I know, but...
Oh, no, you don't have to make the roll. He said he named it, too, so...
Okay.
He did full round incant and name.
You're just so fed up with the rolls that you didn't roll it out. Role play it.
Yes. I didn't want to read. I didn't bother reading it out. I just want to get out of the way. Where's the frick is the spell description so I can double check to see if there's something else on top of the damage. There are a bunch of spells that do. I apologize for my little bit of disorganization here. There we go. Ducked out. One creature per 2 caster levels. Nice. Okay. Technically gets a reflex save, which is +4 on a troll. Yeah, no, that's not a d20.
1D emotive face.
That still fails. All right, for the sleeping guy can't avoid it, and he just dies. He's not going to hit the sleeping troll because he's not an idiot. And he has, for 2 caster levels, he can actually get 4 of them. So, Berserker 7, he will attempt to, get a save. Fails. He's not...
he double fails.
Berserker 7 has not been damaged yet.
Really?
Oh. Nope. So he takes a boatload of damage. He takes 36 damage. That's actually going to be a fort save to avoid automatic death, actually. Mm-hmm. He's taken more than half his hit points in one hit. So 45 minus 36 is 9. He has 9 left. So that's a fort save. His fort save is actually pretty good. That's going to fail, actually.
He fails by 1, doesn't he?
What?
He fails by 1, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Splat. And Troll 2, reflex save to avoid being spiked. Fails, takes 36. And this is why he was doing this.
Right.
Oh, wait, that Troll 3 had already been hit. Okay, so math hard. So 36, 82 minus 36 is 52, 40. That's 87, not 82. Makes it much easier. It's 51. Okay. And that troll is at 81, so he goes down to 45. That troll... That's troll 2, sorry. So he's up to 49 because he's at 85. Okay. There we go. All right. Dealt with. You guys don't have to worry about the berserkers anymore.
Yep.
Varkas is in... Varkas is kind of going... He's not exhausted yet.
Technically speaking, I wasn't worried about the berserkers to begin with.
No, but it frees up space.
Yeah.
And you don't have to consult their character sheet anymore.
Nope. Zarkov!
Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo.
Oh, thank you for buying me space.
That'll hit.
It's
Ow.
hits. No, I think
That misses. That misses by 1.
Damn.
Actually, hold on.
Is it counting your dash bonus?
I think he's doing
It is
power
counting the dash
attack.
bonus.
He's doing power attack plus dash.
Hang on a second. I forgot to make one of the reflex roll for him. He was hit by a spike of earth coming up from the ground. There's a chance he might be knocked prone since he failed his reflex save. No, he's fine.
Okay.
And the other guy, he's prone.
Well,
Believe it or not, I'm actually displeased about that.
Well, he still takes 20 points of damage.
uppercut.
All right, that drops him to 29. Ow. Control 2, I think? Yes, it is. Okay. Ow. Thankfully, regenerate shortly. Leonard, you're up.
You said that Troll 3 is prone.
Yes, he is.
Okay, I'm going to move over here. Shut up. I'm going to do a full attack on Troll 2.
Okay. On Troll 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he gets up and moves towards me. I get 2 opportunity attacks on him.
Yep.
So, first attack, that's damage, my mistake. First attack, 28. Second and third attack, oh, well, those 2 actually miss. No, wait. The first of those 2 actually does hit because of the +2 that I didn't include in that. So I hit him twice.
Okay.
5 and 4 damage, and he takes 2 constitution damage.
All right, so it's on 2, so he takes 9 regular damage, dropping to 20. And then his con damage is going to be substantial. I believe it's -8 more.
Ouch.
Well, they've got 8. I believe they have 8 hit dice.
Bleed, 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 bleed.
They do have 8 hit dice, and also a monstrous constitution. Because of... Alright, so he drops to 16. He is not in good shape. We can take the Berserkers out of the fight. Not the... Probably just delete. I deleted Varkas, that's what I deleted.
Maybe he's thankful for that.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Jaxie!
Okay. Yeah. So stuff went down. I could tell. Shift.
Prone.
Does prone mean the dex mod has been denied, or?
Yes.
Yes, he doesn't get his dex mod, but you have +2 to hit with a range attack.
Okay. Well.
Sorry, you have a penalty of 2 to hit with a range attack.
Right. But I have a +2 because of dash. So let's try this. Troll 3 is gonna get a flare arrowed.
Already.
Assuming that I actually roll this properly. No, but I do control it.
Good.
I
The range
hit
touch
him,
will hit.
and I hit him for 20 damage. That's astounding for 66. That's a better. No, it's slightly better than half. So
Well, that's you're hitting troll. You're the prone one, which is troll
yeah,
3.
the prone one. Troll 3. Yep.
Yeah, that beats him up.
I got another 8 drain from that, so I'm up to 20 drain now.
Troll turns. All right, troll regenerate. The sleeping troll regenerates back to full. Well, it's asleep, so who cares? Troll 2 regenerates fully... no, he doesn't regenerate fully double. He regenerates a little bit less than double his max hit points currently. Since Nick has knocked off some of his regeneration.
Right.
Due to draining his con. That said, he does regenerate almost double his hit points because he's currently at 16. Oh, it's only 12. It's 14 base, not 16 base. I always remember that.
Damn, I could have finished if I had hit.
Oh, yeah. He'd be dead. And
I would have finished him if I had hit. Damn.
Oh, yeah, knock him to -10, technically.
Technically, if you knock them to 0, they don't regenerate. Oh, no, it's -10 or they don't regenerate. That's right, yes. They stop regenerating. All right. Oop, no, trolls are not done yet, Peter. What are you doing? All right, Troll 2 does not like Zarkov one little bit and will start trying to crush him. First, thump with club.
I'm adorable.
Ooh!
First, crit with club.
Confirm the crit, but yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yep. So
Fortunately, you rolled minimum damage.
D20. Well, on the first roll, on the first D8 plus 7.
Right.
D20 plus 12.
But shush.
Yeah.
It is a crit. All right, so D8 plus 7. So 8 plus
13, 21. Ow.
thump.
His second attack.
Claw time.
Bubba thump.
It's
The club comes down, and there's just a cartoonish, mangled mess coming out and sprawling out from underneath it where Zarkov is standing.
It's sort of accordion thing. So take 13 more there, Zarkov. Something's actually hurting.
Took a total of 34. Is that right?
21 plus 13. So yeah,
34.
Yeah, that
leaves a mark.
Ow.
think of it this way: if he had hit me with that, I'd be unconscious.
All right, Troll 3 will stand up.
I attack him. I'm not going to try and touch attack trip him though.
That'll go well. That'll hit.
6 damage and 1 more Constitution, which should drop him a full modifier point.
Yeah, it will. So that drops him to 31 minus another. How much? Another 8. He's not. He's looking in bad shape too. Here, but he'll step forward.
Well, if he just does a 5-foot adjust, then he does not provoke.
Well, it's not just a 5-foot step, as he stood up and is moving. 5-foot step is a very specific thing. No, you're right. No, you're right. He can do that, but he can't attack you.
Right, which is the important part.
Yeah. Yes, it's a 5-foot step, but he. Yeah.
You look a little angry. Okay.
Okay, look, I understand, but I don't want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Subscribe!
Like and subscribe.
Oh dear. All right, Ingram, you're up.
Yeah. Leonard's position makes this difficult. Crap. Alright, I'm, for lack of better options, really. Actually, no, I don't want to do that because my range touch sucks. Damn it, freeze arrow is useless. Oh, damn it.
Well, it depends on what their touch AC is, but yeah.
I know this much. My range to hit is miserable.
What's their touch AC? Troll touch AC is pathetic.
Yeah, my ranged attack is worse. I guarantee it.
I don't know about that.
It's 2.
Okay, you got better than 50-50 odds of hitting then.
Okay.
We're talking unarmed. We're talking level 1 wizard defenses here, dude. The troll should not still be prone. That is correct. Thank you, Scotty, in the chat.
Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll use freeze bullet.
Which is a level 25 sorcery spell.
Which one? Which one?
DC 20.
Bolt or bit?
Bit.
Okay, thank you.
I've seen other translations calling it bullet, and that kind of rings in my ears a little better. Dang it! Now I can't find. Oh wait, map tools is over here. Derp. Alrighty, DC 25 sorcery spell. I get it.
Oh, you
I also overcast it.
Oh,
so
you make it half drain. Nice.
Yep. Alright, let me just look up the specifics on how this one works again. F. Not fireball, not firestorm. Definitely not flare. Ah, here we are. Okay, 1d4 plus 1 per caster level. Okay, 10, and I'm going to direct this at the troll that Leonard is engaged with.
All right, so all on him.
Yes, he gets a reflex. Wow, okay, so he has it. He takes 5 cold damage.
Every little bit helps.
Ice shards are shaped in middle fingers, because fuck this asshole.
All right, Varkas is up.
I keep missing this guy!
He's going to full and can't flare arrow at him also. Just to try to finish the fucker off. All right, full and can't is 23. Yeah, okay, he's taking half drain from this. He has had enough of this.
Succeeds.
Had enough of this tomfoolery. Yeah. I'll roll the drain in a second. Okay, he hits. Below average, but it helps. Doesn't drop him, but he's not in good shape. Now it's D10 for D25, correct? He takes 2 drain. Okay, that's not too bad. He's irritated that he had to actually do a full. He did a full and can't for it, but Zarkov, you're up.
Oh, good. I'm gonna finish that guy.
Punch the troll. Punch the troll.
Yes.
Engine of Destruction, activate!
Yes.
Very yes.
So should I even bother rolling dice?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
It is possible you will not drop in the -10. $19 plus static modifiers ahoy!
Hooray, static modifiers. There's no D20 in this.
No, there really isn't.
Just as a question, how is your weapon built again? Or are you doing it like strictly unarmed?
It is a +2 flaming gauntlet, or 2. Yeah,
Is it
it's a
a
pair of.
spike gauntlet?
Nope, just a gauntlet.
So that's why it's D3.
Yeah, that's what I was always
So 30,
ponderous
40.
about.
A spiked gauntlet counts as a
Yep.
weapon. Is the problem?
I see.
That actually kills him.
Oh, and I heal.
Yes, and he is no longer regenerating because you have dropped him to -10. Troll regeneration
Hooray!
shuts off. Thunk. Leonard steps away from the troll.
Full attack. First attack. Miss. No, wait. I didn't count the +2 again. God
Yep, so it hits.
damn it. Then 2 more hits. So
All right, so
5 plus 6 plus 5, 16, and 3 more Constitution drain.
all right, so that's 2 levels of Constitution, so that's -16 health for that.
I'll be back.
All right, the con drain in and of itself would kill the troll.
Wow.
He was at 4 hit points.
Wow. You know, I just imagine when Leonard fights, it's just like crazy Fist of the North Star arterial spray every time.
Well, except that it's Slayer, so it wouldn't be.
Right. I don't know, we might be the adult version.
All right, I'm going to say that you can deal with the sleeping troll without actually having to go through the fight of it, because technically you can't coup de grace trolls, but yeah.
We would like surround it and beat the crap out of it.
Yes,
And then
it's
it would have
going
to
to die,
Yeah, we're gonna have a boot party is what's gonna happen.
and it might get another hit on one of you, but I'm not going to bother with that because yeah, this is the last actual challenging fight of this particular part of the adventure. So
I'm back.
yes, so I'm going
Hooray.
to assume the troll is dealt with.
All right, cool.
Anyways, you are now in a big room. It clearly has been sort of been used as sort of a lair type place for the trolls and berserkers. They've been there's sort of piles of like furs and such all scattered around the room where some people have been sleeping and such. And like there are broken kegs of booze and very, very, very cheap booze.
Clearly, this is where the ancient king of this place used to have kegers with his friends after a long day of raiding, or more likely, the trolls were having some fun here.
I was muted. Engrim is examining the magic circle.
Okay, the magic circle is definitely give me a spellcraft check. You need that.
36.
That's damn good. There's definitely some sort of teleportation magic involved in it,
Makes sense.
and it seems to be linked to the brazier in the middle.
Aha.
These trolls and berserkers certainly didn't come here the way we came. So
Indeed.
could you trace the teleportation magic?
Actually, Word, you are certain that you know that with that roll you can actually activate the magic to use a teleportation circle. You are not certain where it goes.
That will be an experiment for a little bit later.
But yes,
Do it now.
It's very clear that the incantation is part of the inscription around the thing, and that basically you have to just light the brazier and do the incantation. Anybody standing inside the circle will be teleported to the other end.
Okay. Is there anything worthwhile in here otherwise, or is it just broken crap?
Nothing of value is in the room other than the brazier and the teleportation circle, unless you consider badly roasted badly roasted or not roasted, depending on who's eating them, haunches of meat, and really, really, really cheap booze and broken barrels and stuff, and piles of nasty smelling furs that have been slept on by trolls and berserkers.
Right.
A treasure.
No, even Zarkov does not consider this a treasure. Zarkov is used to eating food made by Jaxi.
This is true.
What's
I
this?
was gonna say.
And sleeping in actual beds.
What?
It's like I don't think even Jaxie's yum spell could save this crap.
No. This is none of this is good. This is all garbage.
I mean, some of it is actually like it might have been decent meat at one point. Not so much anymore.
How could they do this? Those monsters.
It's almost like they're actually monsters. Oh,
Have
yeah.
they no taste or sensibility? Wait, I think I answered my own question. Anyway.
Mecca,
Yes.
a question. While I can't tell where it goes, can I tell if it is possible to return here?
This definitely there's you can sense that there is a receiving that while the teleportation spell would not return you to the exact spot, it would return. There's another similar setup on somewhere else that would send you back to this room. Yes,
Okay.
that you can tell. There is definitely an error in the room with that roll. You rolled so well that I'll definitely give it to you. There's definitely an area in the room where you teleport back to. You could teleport back to.
Okay. All right.
Yes, it is not a one-way trip.
Yeah.
All right. So what can you tell about this circle here, Ingram? Or sorry, Ingram, Elise.
Yeah,
Elise, sorry.
Oh, it's a teleporter. Kind of like what that Raymond Goat guy was using.
Except much less powerful.
Yeah. Not as good, but similar.
So why is there and is that why there's a brazier in the middle of it? Is that I think it's a focal point, or is that just happens to be where they set up this fire pit?
You light it, and then you read the runes on the outside of the circle, and then you poof.
And then you poof.
The price for that information is 1 crown.
I give her a gold piece.
I take it and throw it back in his face. That is not a crown.
Yes, it is. It's got a crown right on it, and they're referred to as crowns.
Jaxie actually smirks a bit at that.
I don't know flow twist.
It has to hide chuckling.
All right, enough joking around. Let's try this. Please give me the crown. I would like to examine it.
We will examine it later, and once we get the curse removed from it, then you can have it for wherever you want.
Why do you think I want to look at it?
I'm leery about you having it after you having put it on.
I could just punch it off her if she puts it on again.
Basically, here's what I'll say.
And I might just, miss and hit her.
I'll give this back to you, but Zarkov keeps an eye on you while you're examining it. So in case
That's fine. I accept this. Just give it to me.
Fine.
Thank you.
Jackson, Backpack just sort of motions for Zarkov to go over to
Yeah,
Alice.
I'm staying within arm's reach.
Engrim puts it in her cleavage.
That's not what we said you were going to do.
I'm putting it into storage.
You
said
we're
we'll
going-
examine it when we're out of here.
No, I said we would examine it before you get to use it. You said you wanted to have it so you can examine it.
I'll get it!
No, you will not.
Technically speaking, she didn't say when she would examine it.
Vargas says, can we at least table this argument for later? I would
Okay.
like to actually see
I'm
if we could.
trying to.
Would just like to. You're the one who brought it back up again, but irrelevant. I'm here for a reason. I think this probably teleportation circle, which I agree with, and that Ellis, that this is apparently Ellis. I thought you said you were. Never mind.
I don't think she ever introduced herself to him.
You might not. Everyone just get in the circle so we can see where the hell this goes, please.
All right.
Engrim just kind of strolls up to it.
All right, it's lit. You guys say the words. I'm going to.
Papa, papa.
Maybe not every syllable.
Firecracker, firecracker, shish boom ba.
All right, and I'm going to move you to the other part of the map where you guys are. It's over this way.
Whee!
Eric, just as a fair warning, if Zarkov attempts that one more time,
And you're in a hallway.
spells are being cast. Just as fair warning.
I put a spit on you.
But Jaxie can keep you.
Jaxie runs to kind of catch up with Zarkov.
Let's see here. Engrim is, at some point in this, is going to have used healing on Leonard. So just convert your damage into non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys.
Because I know you didn't get. You didn't.
Guys,
need to get
don't, you guys
healed.
do not worry about your hit points because while there technically is sort of a fight in your next room, I've just given how similar fights have gone gone
Prior to this?
prior to this, I'm certain you'll be able to get through this without any actual serious injury.
Zarkov gets crit by everything.
All right, the door is not hard, is merely locked because
There's a door here? Ah, there's a door.
and there are 8 skeletons in the room. You defeat the 8 skeletons.
We punch them to death.
I'm not going to roll for them in this fight because no. Given how you steamrollered the previous skeletons, I wasn't sure how they'd fare against you guys as I up-tech the skeletons a bit, but yet no. Okay. Things you notice in this room are a brazier and behind the brazier, and I forgot to draw the circle, but there's another circle around it, much like the last one.
So another place to do a teleport from.
Yep. And behind the brazier is back over here is a dais with a large book on it, which Varkas makes a beeline for.
So before I get to put it in my mouth.
Yes. He's sort of flipping through it. And he says, fascinating. Fascinating.
Fascinating indeed.
Most
Seems
indeedly.
to indicate that the book that there's definitely concrete information about the location of the Book of Days, secreted in an ancient library.
An ancient library, you say?
Yes, but the library was hidden and guarded, and that in order to find it, it was hidden and guarded. Specifically, it was hidden by priests of the Water Dragon King, and that a clue to its location would be hidden in one of their temples to the north of here.
Really?
That is very enlightening information.
Fascinating.
Quite. And for some reason, Jaxie has like a top hat and a monocle. He says that.
Indeed. Most indeedly.
All right, and there's some other bits in here that are okay. That's interesting. He basically pulls out a scroll and starts scribbling things down. Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, if there's anything you want to look up in here, feel free. I've gotten what I need to get out of here. He takes a scroll and sort of tucks it into his pouch.
Not quite everything he needs out of here.
He doesn't know yet. You haven't told him.
Engrim will thumb through the book for anything that is particularly interesting other than what he just read.
That is by far to you the most interesting thing you come across.
Is there any other arbitrary or irrelevant trivia that Jaxie could use for pub trivia nights?
Yeah, probably. There's okay. Also, there's lots of random bits of historical information here, none of which seems particularly germane to anything that you've been looking into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. There is one bit of useful information in here that actually, after having read this book, both Jaxie and Engrim, you can remake lore master checks about the mausoleum.
Can I use that 30?
No, I can't.
Is that a lore master check? Yeah, you can use that
Yes.
30.
All right.
Oh yeah, you know who this. It's the tomb of the Mad King. What's his name?
Bartholomew X.
No.
Chester Snapdragon McFisticuffs.
That's a good name.
Oh, Gavrin. There it is. The Mad King Gavrin. He was a
Godrin, my crown makes me crazy.
Gavrin. He was a basically he basically conquered a good chunk of the world not long after the war. It's sort of some distance after the War of the Monsters Fall. A couple, maybe 100 years after that or so. Apparently, he was a very skilled warrior and powerful sorcerer who summoned the dead and raised the dead, summoned demons, and apparently, although from what you're reading in here, there is information that seems to indicate that he was at one point a very benevolent king, and at some point his style of rule changed, and he decided that he would, instead of just ruling his one small kingdom, he'd conquer the world to make it his and make it a quote better place.
I wonder when that transition happened.
No idea.
Engrim should put on the crown
You also
so
notice
he
that
can
both
grow
you
beard
sort of look at the bits of information about him, that all the pictures of him from when most pictures here look much like they're much older. You don't see any of them indicating the armor, and he was wearing a very different crown than most of the pictures the pictures of him that are in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one you found in the crypt.
Right. Oh. So it's a different crown, but it is a crown.
He was wearing a different crown in the pictures that are in the book.
Hmm.
And there is information. There's a few other little bits of info in there about him. It talks about he took on a new court wizard shortly before he started doing the whole conquer the world thing, and he got rid of most of his previous advisors and brought a new group of them who were more inclined to go with his plans. And then he was actually eventually defeated by he was eventually defeated by the first king of Seirun, advised by his former court wizard.
Makes sense.
Who said, "Hey, wait a minute, this is a bad thing."
This guy, he ain't so nice.
Engram looks at that last passage, then looks at Zarkov for a moment. At that point, she just goes over and waits in the circle.
All right. Is anybody else? Is there anything else anybody wants to do? In here?
Anything interesting in here besides books?
Not really. No.
All right,
Sure. Correction. There is some. There are a couple of boxes. There is another. There is a small chest in here. Also, my bad.
I'll kick open the chest.
The chest actually has a small pile of gold coins in it.
Excellent.
I'll try to find a bigger chest and heft it open while the camera spins around me.
But yes, there's a chest filled with gold coins. That's not like a large fortune, but it's a.
All right, we can split this amongst ourselves.
I have my share.
I'll take her share. I mean,
All right. I take it you guys leave then.
Yes.
All right. So you leave. You get back out of the tomb, out of the catacombs. Varkas thanks you all for his assistance. He said he's going to go. He's got information about where he can find more information, what he's looking for. If you would be happy to work with you guys again in future if you are so inclined. And he will see you all later. And he starts heading off towards the north.
Sort of lean over to Jaxie. So, we're going to tell him we've got the compass thingy that points exactly to where he wants to go?
What?
Because it seems kind of wrong to leave him on a wild goose chase.
Are you telling me that we should tell him the truth about this?
Well, of course.
this
A
party.
lie by omission is still a lie, and therefore a villainous act.
Jaxie would let's see here.
Tell you what, I'll go catch up to him and tell him.
I don't know if that's the problem. Is this in this case, Jaxie is going to be hard pressed to dissuade Zarkov, and Zarkov is a little bit more persuasive towards Jaxie than other people would be.
I mean,
I can move. I can move.
He's just going to be kicking around there, and
He's already got a head start. I can move more quickly without you guys with me.
Um,
And I'm going to start heading up.
Hey, Vargas!
And I'm going to start heading up before objections can be raised.
hopefully he just tells him the information and then heads back, and nothing bad happened from all of this.
All right,
Well,
so
this is as he's walking away and we're having this conversation. You can't get too far away that I can't bellow after him. Does he respond to the bellow?
he
Was
stops. He turns around and says, "What?"
I'm going to go and catch up with him.
We got the compass that leads you to the thingy that you're looking for.
There is something that I need to tell you. Shut up. It's rude to have conversations from this far away.
What was that? Oh, okay. So
Let me
you-
catch up and tell you.
all right, you catch up with him.
Zarkov just wanted to say that he really, really appreciated your help here today, and that he wanted to wish you luck on your journey.
No, well, thank you.
We just happen to have come from the north, so your path should be clear and easy.
Oh well, thank you.
I'll throw that.
Honestly,
throw
you
that
were
in
more
jail.
help to me than I was to you. I would think, but thank you. I wish you all luck in whatever it is you're looking for.
I'm going to try to have. I'm going to try and have a look of slight surprise on my face as he tells me this. That can be seen from a distance.
Of the water lapping up against shore, because the vast majority of the room in the middle is water. You can sort of see it look like it sort of looks like there's a step down, like a very short step down for another sort of short distance into the water, and then after that, just a pool of water. Across the oval room, and you can sort of see there's a walkway that goes around the outside of the room. Outside there, you can sort of see sort of walkway across the far end of the room. You can see a what looks like a huge other stone door. Actually, that the door on the other side is metal. I'm sorry, look at my notes now. Huge sort of iron door, but there's like debris and such in the way. And there, you also notice there are a few statues, basically pedestals that like. Two of them actually that are holding broken glass orbs that are on them. The orbs seem to be broken. Looks like bits of the ceiling fell down and shattered them at some point or something like that. And it looks like the pathway along the side, it looks fairly treacherous after a certain point to walk along it.
Or we could just swim across the water.
I guess you could if you'd like.
I would prefer not.
I know this is a bad idea. I just thought I should point it out.
I'll admit, when you said swim across water, my immediate thought was Zarkov swims across water, Jaxie surfs on Zarkov.
No. He sort of sits on Zarkov's head carefully.
So what do you guys do as you're standing here in the entrance to this room?
Well, standing in the door with my hands on my hips, I announce, "Well, I am here to see that." Well, why are we here again?
This is where the compass has been pointing, right?
Yep, and it's supposedly a lost library.
This is supposedly there's a lost library, and from what we've gained from our other companion, there might be something here that is similar in nature to or was to the Clare Bible, which is, something
There
that
should be valuable magical things here.
Indeed. Hopefully stuff that's not cursed, but knowing our luck, probably not.
When Jaxie says this, Engram is going to sigh, kind of a depressed sigh.
Where's the compass pointing now?
It actually seems to be pointing into the temple, but it's also sort of wavering, as if you're sure almost right at the right place, basically.
Well,
I guess I'll start walking along the walkway then.
Okay. I thought you said you were saying something.
I was like, "Well, I'm here to." What are we doing here again? Oh, right. I'll just start walking.
Yeah, there's no evil here that we're aware of, so it's dramatic.
Yeah, there's nothing to make an announcement to.
All right. I need you to let me make the map visible now.
Map.
No, wrong button.
What map are we going to?
I'm making it visible, and I've already copied your tokens over.
Okay.
And people in the chat, say nothing.
You should be pleased to know that I've been popping out the chat for the session.
Yes, please. None of you guys look because the reveal will be awesome.
all right.
Grasslands, Harada Village.
It should be Ancient Library Foyer.
There it is.
Oh, and I should be back at full health.
Yes, you guys should all be back. You guys should be all fine.
Yep. We're all fine. Damn it.
Yep, nothing suspicious here.
I've never seen anything less suspicious in my life.
So yeah, basically, this is the outer ring that I was talking about before. There's an inner ring that's you can sort of see there's stonework right below there, just a little bit below the surface, sort of a half step down, and then you can't see the bottom past that. Make sense?
Yep. Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
All right. Anybody else moving in?
Yeah, I'm helping a student real quick, so I'll need to be moved. So.
That's fine. Okay, you just let me put you in the room. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I need from everybody I need a reflex save from everybody.
Screw you.
I would like to say, as I'm doing this, I'm actually keeping my back against this wall.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
Yay! A perfectly average result.
Hey,
Wow, I actually
not
rolled
terrible at all.
decently.
All right, not bad, not bad. However, Engram,
Of course.
nothing bad happens to you directly.
Directly.
However, you do temporarily lose your balance as you stumble on a bit of debris and such and kick it into the water. And that was sort of back around, say, here. As you guys are edging along a bit slowly, because the footing is treacherous. By the way, these are the pedestals back here with the broken orbs on them.
right.
At this point, you hear a huge sort of rumbling noise as you get about to where you are. As water, you see water in the water sort of circling out and spooling and sort of sloshing about. Water sort of washed up onto the lap here, up on the thing as water. So, as something very large is clearly moving up through the water, and something crests through the water, and you hear this huge bellowing noise.
Is it Cthulhu? It's Cthulhu.
And you see a gigantic squid.
Right, levitation, leaving.
What's
Do we
that?
bring any bacon? Because they're totally going to make squaking after this.
What's that? We can't hear you.
We're going to make squaking after.
You need to lift your mouth above the water in order for us to hear you.
That's,
Wait. Let's see if I speak his language. No. What is it?
actually, let me undo this. I did that wrong. I need to add. All right.
Stupid watcher in the dark. Not one of us is a hobbit either.
All right. So, everyone should roll initiative.
Hooray!
Crap.
Woohoo!
All the tentacles are going before me. I disapprove vehemently.
Our artists do not.
I think I've seen that episode.
Engrim pulls
How's
the
this
legal
DVD?
document from her cleavage and begins to sign out for a lawyer.
I forgot one other thing. Okay, well.
Sexual harassment in the workplace.
This was not in my contract.
Well, let me get my initiative set to 15.
How far is it to the door? Crap, of course it is.
Don't forget to set your initiative there, Ingram.
I did my... Oh. Right. 5, because it means anything.
Your initiative is 5.
Well, Leonard's first.
I'm going to hold my action. If a tentacle comes towards me, I'm going to full attack it.
Grim approves of this.
All right.
The tentacles go.
Tentacles go. Yeah.
Yeah.
As these tentacles move towards you a little bit.
I'm going to full attack it.
All right. So you attack the tentacle.
Yeah. 18 is my best one.
All right. Your chain sort of goes thwap, 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 and doesn't do a whole lot.
Oh. That's not a good thing.
Nope.
It's like, I know what to do here, but Zarkov...
All right. Tentacle attack against you, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus!
You are grabbed.
You were so thoroughly grabbed.
It sort of wraps around you and yoinks you up into the air. It doesn't seem to be squeezed or anything. It just lifts you up in the air.
Oh.
Tentacle,
Am I going anywhere?
It's holding you up in the air. You're about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
So yes, there.
Ah!
That's
No,
it.
it's moving me.
Sorry, it moved you. It moved you a little bit forward. It pulled back. It sort of rip, rip, but it's not pulling you too far. Tentacle 5 will go after Jaxie. That'll hit you and grab you.
Unless these things roll a 1, they can't miss me. Even with dash.
Yes, that's certainly a thing.
Yep. By the way, your arms are free, by the way, Nick and Jaxie. You notice. It's just wrapped around your body, not your, it's not pinning you up or anything like that. That one will move up, and we'll try to grab Engram. It tries really hard to miss you, Engram.
It missed me, but that's it.
I stick the legal notice to one of its suckers.
And
Yeah, it hits Zarkov.
all right, we're gonna skip over the other half of the tentacles. Jaxie, what do you do?
Let's see here. What would be an unconventional solution to this situation? Jaxie is going to try to employ diplomacy against the Kraken to get him to put us down.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
He will basically just say, "We're not here to hurt you or anything. Just please put us down so we can explain what we're trying to do here." And diplomacy.
Okay.
Not necessarily psychological warfare, but let's.
Make your diplomacy check.
Well, that's still 21.
You're really good at diplomacy. All right, well, it's time for the Kraken. The Kraken's basically second set of actions, effectively. The Kraken sort of looks at you, makes another burbling noise, and it sets you all back down on the edge of the. At which point you heard it sets you back down and says. And so you see it sort of gesturing. One of the tentacles gesturing as it sort of says, "Yes, please speak on."
Leonard sits down.
Angram's going to go over
Wow,
to
this
Zarkov
got
and tell
really
him to...
close to that illustrated manual I used to have.
You're a terrible person, Eric.
Angram's going to glare at Zarkov and then just tell him to get the salted squids ready. She's whispering this, though.
I guess people will kind of wait till it becomes Jaxie's turn.
Oh, we're not doing initiative at this point right now. This is free speech. You're allowed to talk now.
Right. But Jaxie's just sort of.
You thought to move it into a non-combat angle.
Yeah. Like Jaxie just sort of says, "We just want to go inside," as he sort of points behind where the Kraken is, to look around. We don't want to hurt you, though.
The squid is talking to you.
Yes, it is.
Squid is talking to you.
Is there now? Let's see here. If I think it's okay if we could do a possible trade of sort. Would you like it if I made you something to eat?
Squid is talking to us.
The squid you sort of see squid turn its head, look back at the orbs.
Yeah.
It looks back at you. The squid proceeds to slap its own head with one of its tentacles. Holds up a tentacle.
No idea what you are saying.
What is it?
The burble it makes sort of has a distinct air of a sigh about it to a certain degree.
Oh.
And it sort of ducks back down below the water, pulling its tentacles in with it.
Well, that certainly was an easy enough situation.
Before you keep moving,
Okay.
then you hear a clicking, sort of clanking noise, a whooshing noise, and you notice that the outer rim, this bit here, comes up to your level, and a bridge goes across the middle of the room, forms across the middle of the room, and the iron doors open, and lights are flaring down the hallway.
I'm sorry, what just
Thank
happened?
you, horrible
I was just about
monster.
to say that. What the hell just happened?
Jaxie just sort of walks over, starts walking across the bridge.
The bridge is a little bit wet and slip. The bridge is wet, but it's clearly been designed to be walked on when wet. It's got sort of traction built into it, sort of rough grid built into it, so it's not as slippery as it would be otherwise.
Ellis, I have a question for you.
What?
Am I dreaming?
This
Am
was
I?
the weirdest thing that's happened to us all week.
The question is, are we both dreaming?
And why are we both having the same dream?
I'm trying to think of like what would be the appropriate attire for Jaxie to be having right now while he's crossing the bridge.
Schoolgirl outfit.
What?
No, that's not quite appropriate.
No, that wouldn't necessarily be appropriate.
That would not encourage it to leave us alone.
I think he has like the Indiana Jones get up as he sort of crosses the bridge.
All right, so are you guys, the rest of you guys crossing the
Stuff
bridge?
like the goo-
Yeah, we'll cross via the bridge.
All right, so you get into the hallway and walk down for a little while. It basically goes into a staircase going down. Some of you, who of you are going down, going along?
Just as a side notation to prevent any further slippage, Ingram's going to remember that she has levitation and she's just going to carry Leonard across.
All right, so you guys head into the passageway, and it's a stone passageway. You notice that there's sort of magical lights that flare up along the passageway as you're walking down it. And eventually you get to a staircase going down. The floor in here is a little bit damp, and you can hear dripping water and such, but not that bad. And as you move further down, you hear further sort of clanking and rush and noises, and you hear definitive sounds from further down the stairs of water basically rushing out of a room.
Oh, that's convenient.
And as you get down, you enter a big, large room. You notice that there are more of those pedestals with globes on them, except the globes are intact here. And the walls are these big sort of crystalline walls. They're basically, it's like glass, but it's clearly crystal of some sort. And you see out there, on the other side of it, water, and you see fish swimming by and such. And eventually you see a very large eye appear by one of the walls, and you can make out the squid there. And the orbs start flashing, and you hear a deep, sonorous voice saying, "Welcome to the library. I am the librarian."
Hello, giant squid monster.
The librarian, eh? This is Hyper Jackson. Well, I guess someone has to be in charge of the library.
Ah, fuck.
How does it
The
happen?
librarian of Saren is an orangutan.
No, it's not.
How do you handle books?
The
I
books?
think with
Tentacles?
ease.
The books here are
with
different. The
ease
books here.
is
The
the
books here are the texts here are special, as
Oh.
you will see when you prefer. May I ask how you found this place? It has been no one has been here in quite some time. Or at least
Jaxie,
every now and then some people do show up, and I show up to greet them, and they run away screaming.
Jaxie pulls out the orb. Just
The compass. Good.
yes,
So the priests up at the temple have decided to send some people down to talk to me. Excellent. It's been some time since I've had people to converse with, and it's been quite a while, since anyone's been down here to do any research or anything like that. It's wonderful. How are the priests of the temple doing?
Unfortunately,
Dead and gone.
yes, the temple seemed to have been abandoned by the priests, and it was onset by bandits who seemed to be intent to find this place. Though, fortunately, we scared off the bandits and were able to secure this. So,
I see. Oh, poor. I rather like some of those priests.
Is everyone else going all robo, or is it just my Skype exploding?
Your Skype's exploding, Eric.
I'm sure they were lovely people, but unfortunately, I can't vouch for that myself.
Ah, now it's back.
Yes, well, Well, part of the problem upstairs seems to be that my translation orbs seem to have broken. That is unfortunate. It's very hard to actually communicate through, to people
I take
like
it most people who see you either first run away scared or try to fight you to, well, poor avail.
Yes, and I'm very careful to make sure not to hurt them when I
Quite. As soon as you look,
Eric, I think we're echoing through you.
Are you? Okay.
Your mic's also very hot.
yeah,
Hmm.
you
Let me
gained up.
try this again.
Okay.
Like Jaxie sort of says, Jaxie nods a little bit. When you weren't trying to choke us when you lifted us with your tentacles, I had a feeling that you didn't necessarily have ill intent. So I figured maybe you would understand us, and clearly that does seem to be the case.
Well, yes.
Testing.
That's better, Eric.
Excellent.
But yes, I try not to. I've been very careful not to actually hurt anybody who's come here. I mean, there's no reason to be. Well, with one exception.
One exception.
Well, yes. There's
was-
someone who came here claiming to be a scholar of some sort, but it was actually a Mazuku.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
What do you look like?
I don't remember. It was a couple hundred years ago, and he looked. I don't know.
Huh.
Was he big, black, scary wolf guy with red eyes?
No, that doesn't sound like a Mazuku to me. That sounds like a wolfman.
Well, sometimes they can look like wolfmen, I guess, maybe.
At any rate, I slapped him around a bit, and he eventually realized he really couldn't affect me very much, so he left. He wasn't a very powerful Mazuku, mind you. Also, this place has been very heavily blessed by the Temple of the Water Dragon King. It tends to have bad effects on beings of that sort.
Is it built upon a large magic circle?
Very likely. I wasn't here when it was built. I just came here after they finished building it and appointed me librarian.
I see.
At any rate, so you came here for to invest. Why did you come here then? If I may ask.
This thing called the Book of Days, or was that other guy?
That was the other guy. We just came here to see what was here.
Indeed, though it would be interesting to see this Book of Days to see why it would be of interest to anyone.
Oh, the Book of Days. Well, the Book of Days is not here per se. There's some information relating to it here. We don't have a copy or anything like that, but we have some clues on various objects that might be able to actually specifically locate it, various more specific stuff. It was very carefully hidden away because of its...
Potential power.
yes. Honestly, while I would love to... It would have been kept here, but unfortunately, the nature of this particular library would not have suited it. Actually, if
It's underwater?
yes. If you'd like to see the text in question, if you just pass through that door there, you see a tentacle sort of slide down one of the windows that points to one of the doors. I believe I've finished draining that room, and it should be safe to enter.
Doop, I go through the door.
All right, you open the door. Inside the room, you see a large room filled with basically stone columns. Up on each column is hung a metal plate with text inscribed on it.
Ah.
Engrim will just pull one at random and start looking at it.
They're heavy, but anyone in the group can actually hold them. They're not that heavy. They're much lighter than they look like they should be.
I'm the second strongest in this group. I would be okay.
I know. I'm just saying, even Jackson can pick them up fairly easily.
Actually, I think I have higher strength than Leonard.
What's your strength?
11.
Oh, your strength is
I
higher.
have 12.
So even Leonard can hold them. I would
These
say
are all so weedy. This is the guy with 20 strength.
I just can't get over the dedicated spellcaster's the second physically strongest in the group.
At any rate, yeah, the text, the plaques, effectively they're basically books on metal plates.
Are there any pictures?
Yeah, actually, there are some.
Sweet. I'll look at the ones with the pictures.
And you get the impression this place is freaking huge because each book equivalent basically takes at least 2 or 3 columns of the plates.
I know what you mean when you say plates, but my brain just immediately goes to the idea of trying to spin these.
I will try to spin the plate.
Jaxie grabs one. Huh. The Book of Mormon. No, just kidding.
Oh no.
Like Jaxie's just out of curiosity, just sort of asks randomly, do you have any works on, I don't know, culinary matters of different realms?
Oh, certainly. 2 floors down, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Though most of this place is, we do have some of that. We don't have a lot on food. Most of the place is dedicated to knowledge of the knowledge of.
Knowledge of the what?
What'd you say, Eric?
I was making a joke with the similarities between Ayn Rand's objectivism and American Satanism.
Okay.
That's okay.
Anyway.
But yes, the lower. It's most of this library is dedicated to books on history, religious texts, and magical texts. But we do have a
Of
little
course.
small section on culinary stuff, yes. It's sort of more into the general area of the history texts.
I'll take a look at that for a moment, but some of the magic texts would be of interest. I mean, part of my whole concern with coming here is if there's enough people who are potentially causing enough harm to be interested in this place, there's got to be
Indeed.
good reason, and in addition, good reason to make sure this place stays protected.
I heard so who was it you said was looking for the Book of Days? I find myself curious.
He
Some wolfman shaman.
Really?
He
he
seemed
What was
harmless
his
enough.
name?
his name
Marcus.
his name was Varkas Greymane, wasn't it?
I think that's what it was.
I don't know.
I don't know if that name would be familiar to you at all.
The
but-
name is not, but Greyford Wolfman. Interesting.
By the way, do you go by any other name other than the librarian?
None that is pronounceable by non-squid tongues, by non-cephalopod mouths.
Understandable. Just curious.
Girl Fletch.
You may call me the librarian. He basically says, "Well, my name would be insert large burbling noise that none of you can replicate here, but you may just call me the librarian."
I
It'd be
will
simpler.
try.
Yeah, you fail miserably. You hear a chuckling.
So we call you Bobby. Got it.
Just the librarian. Librarian would suffice. Anyways, yes. Perchance, you ran into a Greyford Wolfman. You said who's looking for the Book of Days.
Mm-hmm.
You have not perchance run into either one with black fur or one with white fur.
No, we have not. And I don't think he's the third of that trio.
We know
He
the
was
guys
not-
you're talking about, though.
Well, see, you've no doubt heard of of said sort of legend about the three brothers, correct?
Did we?
I've seen a vision of them.
I think you guys actually did find or sketch. That's right. Jackson read about it somewhere. I remember this now. Yes, there's a legend of the three brothers who are three wolfmen who are related and et cetera, et cetera. He goes on about it, a little bit about it. It says, yeah, there are parts of it. I know some details about it. The thing about it is it doesn't. I would not be surprised if the wolfman you've met who's looking for the Book of Days is one of the three, even if he doesn't know it.
Huh. Do you think that would be that technically could be possible for someone either by means of some sort of suppression or amnesia or otherwise to be associated with something without realizing it?
Well, okay. One important note I will say this: that all of you remember when talking all of you remember from talking to Varkas is that his village was attacked and burnt to the ground and such, and he basically was as far as he knows he was the only survivor, and he was adopted by humans.
Right.
He said nothing about the rest of his family. He assumes all the rest of his family is dead. The rest of his family some of his family might still be alive technically. It's possible. But as far as he knows, he was the only survivor. So it's possible that, like, say, three brothers were separated during this and are growing up at different places.
Right.
By the way, Mecca, is there like a two-way speaker on this at all, or is it just like the chamber as a whole?
The voice seems to be coming from one of the. There are orbs in the area that glow when he speaks.
All right. Do any of them glow when we speak?
No, but you get the impression they probably just they don't need to do that for receiving sound.
Okay. Engram is going to actually kind of approach like one of the orbs and is going to whisper to the librarian, and I'm going to put this in text.
Okay. But yes, it's possible he does not know. It's possible he's not connected to them, but I do know that there is connection in this prophecy with the Book of Days, and if the book were to fall into the wrong hands, it would be unfortunate. There's also part of the legend, if I remember correctly. I'd have to consult the plates, the books, but it involved two other artifacts. One of which was a item of fairly powerful sorceress might, and the other other tied very closely to the tenets of shamanism.
Huh.
Shamanism, eh? Well, let's see here.
Okay.
Another question to handle from one of the students.
So the wolf guy might have been one of the three without knowing he was one of the three. And I've been
Well, again, the prophecy doesn't indicate they're necessarily working together or anything like
Right.
that.
But they're just, yes.
It's that the three will come together and something big and bad will happen eventually.
Right.
I wish I had more information on. There might be more somewhere in here, and such. And he pauses for a moment and sort of say, and you sort of you hear him sort of say, "Yes, yes."
Yes.
huh?
But yeah, I'm sure there is something in here somewhere. At any rate, but yes, there is I wish I had more information on the. Oh no! Wait. I think I might know. We might. I might have information on where the sorcery artifact the artifact of sorcery might be. At least some clues towards it, and some clues towards the Book of Days also. If you're if you're interested in looking for any of them or anything like that. Most of you seem fairly reasonable sorts. I would prefer these things not if there are people who are looking for these things and mean ill with them. I'd prefer they not end up in. Well, honestly, there are several of them would be better stored somewhere like this, where they'd be easier to defend. The Book of Days would be tricky because, again, I can't store it down in the main library. It being an actual book. Although, if it survived this long, there must be something keeping it.
Just as a note, Ingram is going to utilize the Dewey Decimal System to find what she's looking for.
It would be several floors down.
Okay, she'll go several floors down.
You get the impression that you'll probably have to ask him to deflood those floors at some point. And he can't keep every floor unflooded. He's got to basically transfer the water between floors and such. So, when he gets a chance, he'll do that for you, though.
Why is water breathing not a spell?
And as this, well, and he sort of, Jackson sort of ponders a little bit, and
If you'd be willing to go and retrieve the sorcerer's artifact and bring it back here so it be stored somewhere safer, I'd appreciate it. I'd be much appreciative. But if that's not something you'd be willing to do, I understand.
Jackson just nods a
No,
bit.
we'll do it.
And then just says, "Indeed, yeah, I don't think there's a particular problem with this. I think we can handle this. As long as we kind of know where we need to go and how we should handle this, we can do what we can. Out of curiosity, would it be best to keep this?" He points. Jackson holds his compass in the library itself to prevent someone else from using it to get here.
I suppose you could.
Since the priests that you tended to keep this with don't seem to.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Actually, I think on this floor there's a room where with some storage, some boxes you could store it in safely.
Okay. And Jackie just sort of goes towards that room.
Basically, you notice the floor lights up a path to the room.
Yeah. Jackson goes to the purple room and even just checks to see what the other boxes even have in them to find one.
Mostly it's the other box. Actually, only one of the boxes opens and it's empty. The others are currently locked. You notice the lights lead up to the box.
Interesting.
Almost like he's actually he's using magic to lock and unlock them.
Shocking.
So, excellent. I'm glad to hear that you would be willing to do that. Out of curiosity, Nick, how is Leonard handling all of this? Or what is Leonard up to at the moment?
He's mostly just waiting for all this craziness to be over.
Okay. All right. So at this point, if you guys are willing to help out, and get at the very least retrieve the sorcerer's artifact, we can move on to the next bit of that next session. Because I'm not prepped to do much else beyond this, because I wasn't sure how long the direct encounter with the librarian would take. Whether he'd be forced to, whether you guys would actually attack back or anything like that. Because if you attacked him while he was holding you up, he'd have dropped you back down. And then tried to basically attack you with subdual attacks until you were basically unwilling to continue fighting. But you guys
Kill him unconscious. Gotcha.
But you guys figured it out pretty quickly. So
just as a question.
Yep.
Since going to a different floor would involve basically transferring the water between them, is he willing to do that now, or do we have?
Oh yeah, no, there are a few floors. Basically, you'd have to go down 2 floors. You'd have to flood the middle of those 2, so you can open the chain or the next one down. Basically, you can keep 3 floors empty at a given time.
I see.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to. But so unless there's anything else in particular you guys want to handle right now, or anything you want to ask the librarian in particular, we'll wrap up here.
Well, Engrim does want to look at that, but if you'd rather that be for next session, that's fine.
Yeah, there's definitely the stuff you want to look at. You can we can handle next session. It's not that big a deal. There's information there. I want you to let me know ahead of time what information you're looking for, so that I can prep it ahead of time.
Yeah, sure.
Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Scholarly pursuits of Zarkov? Yeah.
You could read more about the origin and history of the Warriors of Justice.
That's true.
You learned a new.
Alternatively, you can arm wrestle with a squid.
And
that sounds like more fun.
All right, so 2 notes for next session. Next session will probably be in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll be doing Mutants and Masterminds next week. Gav will be more feeling up to it finally. Yay! And scheduling problems will cease. The other important thing of note for you guys in relation to all this is that you all level up.
Hooray!
Hooray!
You have completed the first sort of.
Glass.
Yes, you've all completed completed the first mini arc of getting to the library and finding out more about what's going on, and meeting the librarian.
Yes,
I can take a level in sorcerer finally.
I think. Hopefully, you're glad that Jaxie resorted to diplomacy as opposed to.
I don't mind at all. I was a bit happy either way. I'm very. I think it's awesome that you did it as quickly as you did. I will say this: I've done something similar in the other Slayers campaign I ran. I used the Squid Librarian because I think he's awesome. The Kraken Librarian is one of my favorite images. The players that figured it out about as fast as you did, my friend Joey was in that group, basically said, actually asked him, "Are you the librarian?"
Ooh, wow!
Which shocked the hell out of me. I was like, "Really? That quickly?"
I imagine he was just joking, but it worked.
No, Joey was not. This is the sort of thing. This is the sort of thing Joey figures out that sort of way. It's the way he thinks.
Well, again, I'm pretty sure was the Squid's reaction even better than than us.
Well, the Squid's reaction was basically burble. And it's like, yes, of course I am.
He was like, I'm just trying to give you hugs. Stop panicking.
I'm trying to settle you guys down so that I can find out what you want. And if you're actually here for the use of the library, I'll let you through.
Did you bring your library card? No, that's okay. We can issue new ones for free.
Yeah, when you said that he identifies as the librarian, I was going to say, do we need a card?
Technically, you can't really check anything out. You probably won't let you check anything out of the library.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that was the first joke that came to mind.
Yep. So, anyways,
it is entirely a reference section.
Yes, basically. Anyways, that will wrap up the recording for this session. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody had a good time. We'll be back soon. Until we see you guys next, have fun, take care, and keep on gaming.
Later, kids.
Bye.